Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you imagine what the world will be in 10 or 20 years later? And can you imagine that one of us will be the next leader for our country? We are the youngsters who will be the next future of our generation. But how could we be the agent of change? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Latifah Rizka from MUHAMMADIYAH 2 Senior High School of Sidoarjo. So, what comes to your mind when you hear a word youngsters or teenagers? Is it a phase when someone enjoys their life by spending most of their time having fun or even hanging out around with their friends? Or maybe a progress to grow up to be an adult? According to Cambridge Dictionary, youngster itself means a young person. And what kind of young person look like nowadays? Let's take a look. In this 4.0 industry era, we often see most of the youngsters are more likely to spend their times doing something that tends to be less important, especially since this pandemic happened. Lots of the youngsters lost their dreams. They were hopeless, confused, and they don't even have any plans for their own future. Some of them might be thinking, what will they going to be in the future? And what will they do to be the next leader for themselves and for the others? But then, there is a big question. Can we, the youngsters, be a leader? The answer is absolutely yes. But there are some aspects which are considered to answer it. Then, what should we do as a youngster, especially the Muhammadiyah generation? First, we must build a good leadership in the community. Leadership? What does it mean? Leadership is the art of bringing others in the new directions. The ability to achieve goals with the assistance of others. Remember, a good leader should work well with the others. As we know, millennials nowadays should have a strong sense of fairness and are attracted to teamwork and community building. Because they work in a collaborative environments that value participations from a diversity of perspectives. A group which consists of many people who have desire, opinion, and many more. They should start to learn how to work well in the community. If they can work well in the community, then they have a potential to be a good leader in the future. Second thing is the use of technology and social media in a wise way. As we can see, it's almost 2 years since the first case of COVID-19 virus was found. Almost all of our activities were done online at home, such as working and school. Whether you want it or not, we need to learn how to use the technology properly for a certain purpose during pandemic. In general, social media has a lot of functions, and one of them are to communicate. The positive things about social media, we can get a bunch of information from social media, and we can persuade people to do any positive things from social media. But unfortunately, some of the people use the social media to state or even spread some bad words that can hurt someone's feeling. They bullied other people through social media, and it's called cyberbullying. They mocked on how people style themselves. They even hate people's appearance. Consciously or not, it can lead to the mental health issues. In a 2020 survey, a half of 6,000 people aged 10 to 18 years old had experienced cyberbullying. My dear friends, as a Muhammadiyah generations, we need to filter on how we use the social media and the technology. We need to acknowledge and we need to know which content is good and which one is not for us. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, developing leadership and the use of social media and technology in a wiser way are ways to shape a good leader. A leader who can lead our nation to be better in the future. And we need to encourage ourselves to learn and act more rather than doing nothing. Be something that Indonesia would be proud of. Because we are the future leaders, the hope of Indonesia. I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Take the good and leave the bad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.